Mines for commercial mining, says recent reforms by the government will have a positive impact on all the sectors. Says India can and will become Atmanirbhar. Says these reforms represent the commitment to realize 130 crore aspirations of the countrymen. Prime Minister Modi to launch the Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan on the 20th of June to boost livelihood opportunities in rural India. Focused campaign of 125 days across 116 districts in 6 states to work in a mission mode to help the migrant workers. Public works worth 50,000 crore rupees to be carried out under Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan. The nation pays tearful adieu to its brave hearts who laid down their lives during standoff at the Galwan Valley. Martyred Colonel Santosh Babu's last rites performed in Suryapet, while Havaldar Sunil Kumar's mortal remains laid to rest in Bita in Patna. Havaldar K. Palani laid to rest in his native village in Ramanathapuram district in Tamil Nadu. India and China holding major general-level talks on the border issue. India rejects Chinese claims on the Galwan Valley. The External Affairs Ministry says making exaggerated and untenable claims by China is contrary to the understanding. Says the Galwan Valley belongs to India. Prime Minister Modi calls an all-party meeting on Friday on the issue. Even as the death toll in India due to COVID-19 crosses 12,200, the number of cured and discharged COVID-19 patients keep rising to cross near 1.94 lakh, with the total active cases standing over 1.6 lakh. The recovery rate nears 53%. The global cases rise over 83.51 lakh, with over 4.49 lakh fatalities. India elected as a non-permanent member of the UNSC for a 2-year term by getting 184 out of 192 valid votes. Prime Minister Modi says deeply grateful for the overwhelming support shown by the global community for India's membership. Says India will work with all the members to promote global peace, security, resilience and equity. Hello and good afternoon. You're watching Doordarshan News with me, Nancy Kohli. A top story: with a view to achieving the Atmanirbhar Bharat in the coal sector, Prime Minister Modi has today launched the auction of 41 coal mines for commercial mining via virtual platforms. The theme was Unleashing Coal, New Hopes for Atmanirbhar Bharat. Prime Minister Modi said that the recent reforms by the government of India will have a positive impact on all the sectors.
कॉमर्शियल कोल माइनिंग के लिए आज जो ऑक्शन की शुरुआत हो रही है वो हर स्टेक होल्डर्स के लिए विन विन सिचुएशन है। इंडस्ट्रीज को, आपको, अपने बिजनेस, अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए हम नए रिसोर्सेज मिलेंगे, नया मार्केट मिलेगा। इसके साथ ही राज्य सरकारों को बेहतर रेवेन्यू मिलेगा। देश की एक बड़ी आबादी को रोजगार मिलेगा। एक प्रकार से गरीबों की सेवा का काम कोयले से भी हो सकता है, इसका विश्वास पैदा होगा। यानी हर सेक्टर पर एक पॉजिटिव असर देखने को मिलेगा और मैं जो फील कर रहा हूं इसके कारण हमारे देश के गरीब इलाकों के और गरीब लोगों के सबसे ज्यादा आशीर्वाद हम सबको मिलने वाले हैं।
Prime Minister said that India can and will become Atmanirbhar. By Atmanirbhar Bharat, Prime Minister Modi said that he means that India becomes the biggest exporter of commodities that are being imported till now.
इतने चैलेंजिंग टाइम में इस तरह के इवेंट का होना आप सभी का उसमें शामिल होना अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ी आशा जगाता है, विश्वास का बहुत बड़ा संदेश लेकर के आता है। भारत कोरोना से लड़ेगा भी और आगे जीतेगा भी, आगे बढ़ेगा भी। भारत इस बड़ी आपदा को आपदा समझ करके रोते बैठने के पक्ष का नहीं है। भारत आपदा कितनी ही बड़ी क्यों न हो, उसको अवसर में बदलने के लिए कृत संकल्प है और हम सब मिलकर के आपदा को अवसर में बदलेंगे। कोरोना के इस संकट ने भारत को आत्मनिर्भर भारत, सेल्फ रिलायंट होने का सबक भी दिया है। आत्मनिर्भर भारत यानी भारत इंपोर्ट पर अपनी निर्भरता कम करेगा। आत्मनिर्भर भारत यानी भारत इंपोर्ट पर खर्च होने वाली लाखों करोड़ों रुपयों की विदेशी मुद्रा बचाएगा और देश के गरीबों के कल्याण के लिए काम में लाएगा। आत्मनिर्भर भारत यानी भारत को इंपोर्ट न करना पड़े, इसके लिए वो अपने ही देश में साधन और संसाधन विकसित करने की दिशा में लगातार प्रयास करेगा, आगे बढ़ेगा। आत्मनिर्भर भारत यानी जिसे आज हम इंपोर्ट करते हैं, कल को, और ये बात मैं बहुत जिम्मेवारी के साथ आप सबके पर भरोसा होने के लिए कह रहा हूं, ये आप पर मेरा जो भरोसा है उसके लिए मैं कह रहा हूं कि आज हम जो इंपोर्ट करते हैं, कल को उसी के सबसे बड़े एक्सपोर्टर बनेंगे।
Prime Minister Modi said the event marks not only the implementation of reforms concerning the coal mining sector but also represents commitment to realize 130 crore aspirations of the countrymen.
आज का ये इवेंट इसी सोच को साकार करने की दिशा में एक महत्वपूर्ण इनिशिएटिव है, एक मजबूत कदम है। आज एनर्जी सेक्टर में भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने के लिए, सेल्फ रिलायंट बनाने के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा कदम उठाया जा रहा है। ये कार्यक्रम सिर्फ कोल माइनिंग से जुड़े एक सेक्टर से जुड़े रिफॉर्म्स को जमीन पर उतारने का ही है, ऐसा नहीं है, बल्कि ये 130 करोड़ एस्पिरेशंस को रियलाइज करने का कमिटमेंट है। ये हमारे युवा साथियों के लिए रोजगार के लाखों अवसर तैयार करने की शुरुआत है। साथियों, सेल्फ रिलायंस के संकल्प को सिद्ध करने के लिए जब पिछले महीने आत्मनिर्भर भारत अभियान की घोषणा हुई थी तो कई लोगों को लगता था कि एक प्रकार से एक सामान्य सरकारी प्रक्रिया है, लेकिन महीने भर के भीतर ही हर घोषणा, हर रिफॉर्म्स, चाहे वो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में हो, चाहे एमएसएमई के सेक्टर में हो, या फिर अब कोल और माइनिंग के सेक्टर में हो, हर क्षेत्र में एक साथ अनेक प्रकार के कदम उठाए जा रहे हैं, निर्णय किए जा रहे हैं और निर्णयों को तेजी से जमीन पर उतारने के लिए हर कोई कोशिश कर रहा है। ये दिखाता है कि भारत इस क्राइसिस को अपॉर्चुनिटी में बदलने के लिए कितना गंभीर है, कितना कमिटेड है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch a massive rural public works scheme, Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan, to empower and provide livelihood opportunities to the returning migrant workers and rural citizens on the 20th of June through video conferencing. The Abhiyan will be launched from village Telihar, block Beldur of Khagadia district of Bihar. The villages across 116 districts in the 6 states will join the program through the common service centers and Krishi Vigyan Kendras. This campaign of 125 days that will work in a mission mode will involve intensified and focused implementation of 25 different types of works to provide employment to the migrant workers. Focus will also be on creating infrastructure in the rural regions of the country with a resource envelope of 50,000 crore rupees. A total of 116 districts with more than 25,000 returning migrant workers across 6 states, namely Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Jharkhand and Odisha, have been chosen for the campaign. These districts are estimated to cover about 2/3 of such migrant workers. The nation is paying tearful adieu to its brave hearts who laid down their lives during standoff at the Galwan Valley. Martyred Colonel Santosh Babu's last rites were performed in Suryapet, Telangana. Martyred Colonel Santosh Babu, the commanding officer of the 16th Bihar Regiment, was given the Guard of Honor with full military honors. Colonel Santosh was among the 20 soldiers who were martyred in the Galwan Valley in eastern Ladakh Monday night during a clash with the Chinese troops. Last rites of Havaldar Sunil Kumar was performed in Patna with full military honors. His funeral took place on the banks of river Ganga at Maner in Patna. Earlier, Guard of Honor was given to the martyr at the Patna airport. The Deputy Chief Minister Sushil Kumar Modi and the ministers, including the leaders of several parties, paid floral tributes to the martyr at the airport. The mortal remains of Havaldar K. Palani was laid to rest in his native village of Kadukalur in Ramanathapuram district in Tamil Nadu this morning. The floral wreath was laid on behalf of the armed forces and by Ramanathapuram collector Veera Raghav Rao and other district police and civil officials. Subsequently, the flag draped over his body was handed over to his wife Vanati Devi by the army officers, followed by a 21-gun salute. The local MLAs, the members of the public in Ramanathapuram and many former army veterans paid homage to the departed soldier. And as the nation mourns the loss of our brave hearts, the Information and Broadcasting Minister Prasar Bharati has expressed his anguish over India-China standoff and reiterated what Prime Minister Modi said about the martyrs, that their valor and bravery will never be forgotten and will not go in vain.
चाइना ने जो किया है उसके बारे में प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बहुत ही स्पष्ट तरीके से देश का इरादा स्पष्ट किया है। हम बहुत गंभीरता से इसको लेते हैं और हम शांति बनाए चाहते हैं, लेकिन इसका मतलब कोई भी आए और छेड़े, ये उसका अर्थ नहीं होता। लेकिन हमारे 20 जाबाज सिपाही, सैनिक, अधिकारी इसमें हताहत हुए हैं। ये बहुत दुखद है। पूरा देश आज दुख में है। मध्य प्रदेश में अभी मैं हूं तो मध्य प्रदेश में भी रीवा के एक सुपुत्र ने अपनी जान दी है, देश के लिए सर्वोच्च बलिदान किया है।
Amidst the brewing tension along the LAC, India and China are holding major general level talks today on the border issue. Rejecting Chinese claims on the Galwan Valley, India has once again made it clear that Galwan Valley belongs to India. Earlier, Chinese side had claimed that the sovereignty of the Galwan Valley belongs to China. The External Affairs Ministry in a statement has said that the claim is exaggerated, untenable and contrary to the understanding reached by both the sides during the military commanders meeting on the 6th of June. The statement by the ministry also referred to the telephonic conversation between the External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Shankar and the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi on Wednesday, in which both the sides had agreed that the overall situation should be handled in a responsible manner and that the understandings reached between senior commanders on the 6th of June should be implemented sincerely. And moving on now to COVID-19 updates across the country as given by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. A total of 1,94,324 patients so far have been cured of COVID-19. The recovery rate that is indicative of the fact that more than half of the positive cases have recovered from the disease. Currently, 1,60,384 active cases are under medical supervision. The testing capacity for detecting COVID-19 in infected persons in the country is continuously being ramped up. The country now has the capacity to test 3 lakh samples per day. The total number of samples tested so far is 59,21,069, with 1,54,935 samples tested in the last 24 hours. A network of 907 laboratories has been created in the country as on date. This includes 659 laboratories in the government sector and 248 in the private sector. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, via video conferencing, has reviewed the COVID-19 situation in Delhi and the NCR, including Noida, Gurugram, Ghaziabad, amidst increasing number of COVID-19 cases. The movement of people between Delhi and NCR also figured in the meeting. The DM and other officials of all the districts of the NCR are also participating. Most of the people are participating in the meeting through video conferencing. The Home Minister reviewed the various steps taken to check the spread of the virus. And on the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the Union Minister Prasar Bharati has said that India has been successful in getting the rate of recovery more than the number of active cases.
कोविड का संकट जो है तो इसमें भी प्रधानमंत्री जी ने मुख्यमंत्रियों के साथ 2 बैठकों में पूरा विचार विमर्श किया है। हर राज्य की कहानी अलग है। कुल मिला के देश में जितने केस एक्टिव है उससे ज़्यादा केस ठीक होकर चले गए हैं, तो वो ठीक स्वस्थ हुए हैं, ये एक अच्छी निशानी है। डेथ रेट अभी भी दुनिया की तुलना में बहुत कम है। इस संकट को भी मात देंगे। जनता का सहयोग चाहिए। जनता ने 3 ही चीजें संभालनी है। एक, मास्क लगाकर ही लोगों में जाना है, लोगों के साथ दूरी बनाकर 5 फीट का फासला कम से कम हो, ये सुनिश्चित करना है, और हाथ धोना चाहिए, या जहां साबुन से हाथ धोना संभव नहीं होता वहां सैनिटाइजर का उपयोग करना चाहिए।
The third phase of the evacuation of the stranded Indian nationals from various countries under Vande Bharat mission continues. Under the mission, an Air India flight carrying 235 Indians, including an infant, departed from Melbourne, Australia, to New Delhi this morning. The 10th flight under the phase 3 of the Vande Bharat mission departed late night from San Francisco to New Delhi with 301 passengers on board. Another flight carrying stranded Indians took off from Toronto late last night. Over 98,000 Indians have returned from various countries so far. India celebrated the World Crocodile Day on Wednesday with amazing news coming in from Bihar. The birth of 116 gharials on the Gandak River, which flows into Bihar from Nepal and covers over 320 kilometers in the state, has made it an occasion for celebration. The Wildlife Trust of India, along with the community watchers in our gharial project, were able to release 86 newly hatched gharials into the Gandak River to be reunited with their mother. These hatchlings emerged after successful incubation of around 65 to 70 days from the nest protected by the community watchers. In addition to these 86 hatchlings, one nest had also successfully hatched on the same day with a clutch of 30 hatchlings. A total of 116 hatchlings got added to the riverine ecosystem at one site. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the news. But news and updates will continue here on Doordarshan News and DD India. For the moment, thanks for being with us.